Solving for a variable in terms of other variables using addition or subtraction with division. Solve for r. So I have my equation here, and I have k, r, and s. So I have three different variables. Right now this equation is solved for k. It's in k equals form, and they want me to rearrange it so that it's solved for r. In other words, they want it in r equals form. So I need to rearrange this equation so that the r is by itself on one side of the equals and everything else is on the other side. So if I look at this, we'll start with k equals 9r minus s. I'm just writing down the equation there. I need to get the r by itself. So I have two things over here happening. I'm multiplying by 9 right there, and I'm subtracting an s. So I'm going to have to do two steps of algebra here. One to get rid of this subtract s, or zero that out, and one to undo my times by 9. So before I deal with the coefficient, the one attached directly to the variable I'm looking at, I want to get rid of any other terms that are on this side of the equation. So I'm going to zero out this minus s using the inverse, which is plus s. And I need to do that to the other side, plus s. So on the right, those zero out, and I'm left with just 9r. But on this side, I have two terms, k plus s, and they're not like terms because they don't have the same variable. So I have to just leave them as is. So k plus s as two separate terms. Now I'm going to undo this times by 9. And the inverse, or the opposite of multiplying by 9, would be divide by 9. So here I'm making a 1, right? Changing this into just 1r by dividing by 9. Now, I need to divide the other side by 9 to keep my equation balanced. But this is what's here. Both terms, k plus s, are already over on the left. So when I divide by 9 on the right, to keep it balanced, I have to divide the entire left side, or every single term, by 9. So then I'm left with this. R equals k plus s divided by 9. I'm going to flip it around, flip sides on the equals. I could also write it like this if I wanted to. Any of these forms are fine. 1/9 of k plus s with parentheses, because dividing by 9 is the same as multiplying by 1/9. Or I could also write it like this, my answer. I could just pull this fraction apart and put k divided by 9 plus s divided by 9. Instead of one big fraction divided by 9, I've just pulled this apart and divided each term individually by 9. But whichever way you write your answer, whichever form, they are all correct.